Hey guys, so yoUCee here. Recently, they buffed Death Knight cards, so I just wanted to try Herald Death Knight. It's one of my favorite decks, right? So, Blood Doctor Thalina, right? He went from 5 to 4, but the thing is, right, in Herald Death Knight, I haven't crafted her yet, but I discovered her through the 2 mana guy, right? I put that guy on the screen. So, even then, at 4 mana when I played her also, our deck doesn't have enough corpses, and it didn't feel as impactful to play her on 4 mana. Right? A rogue blows you out by turn 6 7. But we are not targeting rogue, but I'm just saying. Next one is Sawbones. This is not our deck, it went to 5 mana. And this card is, yes, this card will fit into our deck, right? The Herald Death Knight, because this gives you lifesteal, removes a big minion, so it's really good, right? It summons an extra 3/1 with lifesteal. And this guy, no. I not in Herald Death Knight, maybe in another archetype, perhaps, but the win rates where he is, it looks really bad, to be honest. He's a good discover card, but still I'm not sold on this guy. Now let's look at the stats. So for the culture, we are playing this, right? For the culture, for those of you who are Death Knight fans, you're just going to have some fun. Of course, we're going to check the win rates and stuff, but this is more like, where is this Herald Death Knight, and something like that. So here, if you see top 1000 legend, if you go all the way to the bottom, you don't see it, right? You don't see it at all. It is not there in the top 1000 legend, right? You don't find any Death Knight, I guess. I hope I am correct. Yep, no, I don't see it. But in legend, you can see we have Corpse Death Knight at D tier, and Herald Death Knight is at the bottom of the bar. It is no deck found, but if you go in, you can actually see view stats. So don't craft this deck if you're on a budget. This is only for fun, okay, for the culture. And if you go to popular decks, so one is running, Alexandros Mugrain. Remaining, I think it's a standard list running. Okay, War Master Blackthorn. Not sure about those. It has a very poor win rate. It's running a Husk. It's running the Herald cards. I think new. Okay, it's running Eternal Reaper. Okay, 2 dragons. Death Metal Knight. I'm not sure. A lot of questionable cards in this list. And in this list, it's running this new card. So win rate, I can see it's better, right? Emergency Surgery is being run. Okay, Xavier's is decent. 2 Manifest. Okay. Value, I guess. Thalina. Staff of the Endbringer. Not a fan of those. But yeah, this looks like a better list. We are running better version of this, I guess. Now, if you see Diamond 4 to 1, again it's at 46%, and again it's at the bottom of the barrel too. So it's not in top 1000. In Legend and Diamond, it's the worst performing deck. So there is that. Now if we look at HS Guru, patch 36.0.3, Diamond to Legend. I'm not even looking at we will look at higher tiers. And then player class Death Knight, right? Minimum 800 games. All these are remaining are defaults. You're running Unholy DK, Aggro DK, Egg DK, and Thalina DK. But they are not the Herald ones. They are not the Herald ones. None of these are Herald ones. They try to build a big board, play the Talanji's last stand, right? That's the deck they are running. Yep. So let's jump the ranks. Diamond 4 to 1. No decks available. Legend. Okay. Again the same thing. Blood, unholy. Then any no Herald Death Knight. And then top 1k. Let's go to top 1k. Nothing in top 1k. Top 5k. Nothing there as well. So we got the picture, right? Now let's jump into the deck. So let's see the deck. We have, of course, our Herald package, right? We have the Herald package, and then from the Violet Hold, the only cards we are running are the Tower of Ghouls. After this minion takes damage, summon 2 1/1 Frail Ghouls. Like good, very good card, one of the top cards in this deck. And then we are running Emergency Surgery, right? As I mentioned, I haven't crafted Talina, because she's less impactful, and if you're a budget player, you shouldn't, right? And I wouldn't recommend crafting this deck, by the way. So that's a big no-no. Okay. And then we are running Onyxia, right? When your hero would lose health on your turn, gain that much max health instead. That's the payoff. And then we are running the standard Herald packages. The Curator is an interesting addition because we have Beast, Reanimated Petrodox, Rush Lifesteal, cost corpses instead of mana. And then for Dragon, we have our, of course, our Herald Dragon. And then for Morlock, we have the Murmy, right? So that is it's like a good draw engine. Then we have the, we did talk about Emergency Surgery. Choose an enemy minion, summon 4/3/1 undead with lifesteal that attack it. Good corpse generator, life, and then board presence as well. If they successfully had something left over, right? 1 or 2 minions. This guy is the nuts, actually. And then of course our Herald package, and we have only one. We are playing only one manifest, right? Only one. But if Warlock takes your Onyxia, then you won't be able to even reanimate. And then we have Baron for card draw. This guy is the nuts. So sometimes he can get you Onyxia, or he can even discover Talena. So that's good. And early game, you just want to keep your weapon with Murmy, and then if you have these, then you can keep Hematurge, and then of course Chillfall and Baron. That's it. Thereafter, if you get your Herald card, this guy, Obsessive Technician, you can have it actually. It's a good early game keep for this deck. And also perhaps, but you can also keep this because they're good, excellent corpse generator. You can keep these two, but ensure that you have some early game, just not these two alone. If you don't have any early game, you better toss them and have this. Only exception I'll make is this guy, this guy, right? This or this. You can still have, but I would say, sometimes you might brick with late game. So best if you don't have any early game, it's better to hard mulligan for it, because if you're not doing anything turns 1, 2, and 3, right? It's going to be really rough. I wouldn't suggest that at all. So I have a game for you guys. Let's jump in. So this is a recorded gameplay as well. We are against a Demon Warlock. I know the game beforehand, so that's why. If there is a Warlock, you can buy it now. Assume, right? Either it is Cho'Gall flavor or our Morag flavor. Pick whichever card you like or something, or cut them both for something else. So turn 1, we play the Murmy, right? And then if they don't play anything, then we can just swarm, right? Because we want corpses basically. Or I would say we can even coin Chillfall and Baron. That makes us use our mana more efficiently. Turn 3, if they play a minion or something, we can trade in and play our Hematurge, right? We want to curve really well and use as much mana as possible every turn, right? That should be the ideal flow. Okay. They play 3 mana 3/7. So we can draw, right? We can draw and see first what we get. For 3 mana, can we do something better? Maybe another Baron? No. So either we can trade Mummy and then, finish off the taunt, or we can discover, right? Because our turn 5 is not looking that great. So I thought, let's set us up so we get a smooth curve into the late game, right? We don't want to be passing any turns. That's the whole objective. So we are think 2 turns ahead. So do I have a play on turn 5? If not, can I fill it with something meaningful to do? So that's the reason I made this play. So you can see we are using almost all the mana every turn. So if we have a very good curve, we could have kept the coin for yoUCee because she is very powerful if we can play her on turn 8, right? But of course you should have heralded properly until then, because the 8 mana payoff is only worth it. Like before that, only emergency will be playing it, right? As an emergency. So okay, Lord Xavier's turn 4. Overall, I would say like a good tempo, right? Like consistent use of mana and spending all the mana for having a good impact. See, now we have a 4 mana 4/7 lifesteal. We need lifesteal because we spend quite a bit of health playing our herald cards. So we have to aim to recover that life early game. I played a match earlier to this against Rogue. You know what happened, right? They blew me out. So yeah, didn't want to showcase that game. If there is a useful thing to learn, definitely I can showcase. Or if it is like really some kind of high roll from the opponent, then maybe. But otherwise, I just take a judgment call and call it off, right? Of course, and Death Knight games are quite long. This game itself is long. So, yep. So you can see we have played turn 5. Draw 2, they are clearing our entire board. So we have got some good healthy corpses, 7 corpses. So that's good too. If we could have we are going to herald Envoy of the End. What are we getting? Taunt. Yep. So I'm very happy. In a way, it was very satisfying to play because every turn I was not even floating a single mana, right? Full mana usage. That's what I like about the deck, right? You play proactively. You don't wait for your opponent to do something. You keep on doing something. Even though it's very underpowered, it's the worst performing deck in ladder right now. Standard. So even then, but using the mana fully every single turn is, I feel it absolutely satisfying. As a priest player, sometimes you don't get to do that. As a priest main, you don't get to do that because it's a reactive class, right? A little bit of a reactive class. So they are using the curse chains. I personally would wait as an opponent to use that curse chain because it's such a valuable card, and we know Death Knight is going to play the big payoff cards, so I would wait for it. But he still has one more, so I cut in the slack for that one. So we played the next Herald card, AoE clear. I know it's not like a more efficient way of using the AoE, but I already have yoUCee in my hand, and the faster I move towards the Herald, the better it is. And also we want to bait their annihilation, right? Just create a big board. They might panic and use their board clear. So they have 2 board clears. I want them to use it as soon as possible. Look at that. That location has no value. It's gonna hit 1 drop. So yeah. So you want to bait their removal, because if they annihilate your board twice on the right turn, you lose. So no, you don't want them to do that. you want to create a, some board pressure, so they get like a little panic and use it off. So when you play Onyxia and then your Deathwing and stuff, where the real thing matters, that time you can have your board, right? Because they have burned their annihilation. But good players will not allow you to do that. They will wait for the last moment and they will use those board plays really well, and we might mostly lose because this matchup is again Warlock favored, I think, because they have a better board player than us. This time the Warlock didn't draw well, right? He didn't draw Stooge on turn 3, so that's another thing too. They didn't draw very well this game. So they have this Stooge in the bottom, they have Annihilation beforehand, so when they do Annihilation, the demons don't come on the board, so they clear the board but they don't get any tempo and stuff. So that did help us. So as the most worst performing deck, I think we are allowed to get that advantage. So you can see he's annihilating, but no demons on the board for him. So good, one annihilation out of the way. Now we need to get the second annihilation as well out of the way. He's already at 14, so he might feel threatened, right? That's an excellent card, legendary to get. If I could hero power this turn, this is a time when Talina could shine. But now we have mana and stuff, so in these late game scenarios, Talina is a little more impactful because I could use the hero power to do 5 damage face, right? That would have helped. Okay, second annihilation down. Now our board is secured, right? Now we can play our big dudes. Okay, wiped my 2-1 weapon. Oh, Onyxia! All 8 drops as well, but I low rolled. One I got Dracarex. That's really good. But this guy, right, Disciple of Demise, he will mostly, right, kill our own minion. So you have to time him properly. Just don't play him blindly because we're getting the health and stuff. That's the mistake I made when I was playing some deck with Vanessa. This guy, there were so many minions on the board, he sniped the Vanessa. He's literally sniped. I think I got him from Vanessa, I think, yeah. So it's mostly this dragon is a discovered dragon, right? But he ensured to snipe Vanessa. The only card I didn't want him to snipe. Talking about backfiring, right? So the opponent is playing cards. They played the location, got a 10, kill one of our kill our Dracarex, right? Without killing the Dracarex, they are never getting board control. So they missed Onyxia twice, and this is where I get really sad. Now they take our Onyxia and they ensure that we can never resurrect. So that was like really, I felt really bad. So this compensates for them drawing badly early game, right? They take our Onyxia and see, we have a resurrection card, Manifest. We can't use it. It made me really sad actually. To be able to raise the Onyxia is so much fun, right? I didn't get to do it this game. Perhaps another game. We do have all the 4 options available. Bad luck, we didn't hit the 10-6. Bad luck for us, I guess. Yeah. This turn, if Onyxia died, we could have resurrected her and played our Obsessive Technician. It would have been such a fun turn. Can we push for lethal actually? Right? I'm pushing for lethal basically. So I would vote for going lethal because we are at 33, 43, 45 life. He's not going to threaten any lethal because his annihilations are down. Even if he has demons now, He has to pay 8 mana for each demon. Not happening. Of course, he can play his Deathwing, right? He is himself heralding every turn, every other turn. I don't know where, like he's done 3 heralds. So that is there too. I'm not afraid of his 10 10s or 10 2s and 10 1s. So he's heralded 4 times, which means his Deathwing is juiced to the maximum. 2 just come down. What are we going to do next turn? Of course, we can't play our manifest. Yeah, he's preventing us from going for lethal. Yeah, you can see, right? He just playing his 2s right now. And he has frozen our turtle dragon. Womp womp. Now we need to wait for lethal. Right? Eternus is alright, but not what's the point of taking 10-2, right? If we can take it the 2-5, that's good, but I think that, I don't know. Am I going to play an 8 mana 8/8 demon with lifesteal? I doubt it. Unless the game goes to fatigue, that's when it might shine a bit. So I would say, I don't know, like, is there a way I can get lethal? Guys, I hope I didn't miss lethal, right? So there are 2 taunts. One taunt I can handle with emergency surgery, but how do I remove the other taunt? I can't play emergency surgery and the disciple, right, in the same turn. If I play the disciple, I have another dragon, but it has to snipe both the taunts. That's the only way I get lethal, right? Technically there is a lethal, but more often than not it will kill my 12/12. So no thank you. I am very bad with RNG. Ooh! Draconex! That's the card we need, but can we hero power actually? Oh, the animation takes way too much time. I can't pick it up. Yep. Yeah. Long turn. But sometimes, right? Yeah, you are thinking through and suddenly you don't have the animation suddenly hijacks you, right? Have you guys faced this? And have you guys tried Herald DK, by the way? What's your experience? If in case you had the cards, I'm not telling you to craft it, in case you had the cards to play this deck, how was your experience in the Violet Hole meta? Do you agree with the stat as the worst performing deck? Did you do any tinkering? So in this point, right, you can see the disciple is doing a good job, right? So you have to wait for the right turn to use even extremely bad cards. Now, after Ashbringer, right, it looks really juicy. Now, we can 2-turn him, right? So with our hero power, we do 10 damage a turn. We can blow him out. The problem is, right, he'll play his demons. His lifesteal demons. That is going to be hard. How do we get through that, right? That's the problem. Yeah. And we can slowly start dropping the Tower of Ghouls, right? So we can get some chip damage in as the game is drawing to a close. He still has a Viper, by the way. So when I play the weapon, still vulnerable. So the first swing is guaranteed. The second swing, not so much, because he can Viper that. He's running 2 Vipers, is it? And he has played, what do you call, Nosdor move. If we allow it to live for 1 turn, he's going to do infinite damage to us. So we can't allow that. So my suggestion would be use the corrected Ashbringer, remove the taunt with the hero power, there's no other choice, and then just trade the 8/8. I know, like, the lethal, it's just in a, arm's reach, but it's not. And another line, because we don't have lethal, we can't play anything else too, right? We cannot play the taunt, the curator, right, and see what cards we have generated with Deathwing. We can't do that. we'll have only 2 mana left for this turn. So we should be very wary. Suddenly we should not get hijacked by another thought, right? That will definitely backfire. So, yep. So we just hero power the taunt and we just trade off the 8/8. We just hold the remaining cards. Yeah. Because of its taunt positioning and stuff, we couldn't get lethal. This game was over like 3-4 turns ago. But unfortunately, he's gonna play his own lifesteal taunt. And we are not afraid of an 8-mana 8/8 lifesteal taunt. We have like 40 health. We can skip a few turns and still be fine, to be honest. So, okay. Anything we herald now is really powerful. So my suggestion will be, now that we got the 8-drop with where we can play live, and he hasn't drawn his Viper, so we get to do another swing. We can just Ashbringer the taunt with our hero power. So totally we will get 2 life back, because we don't want to fall behind in life too much. Because we don't have Onyx here, we cannot resurrect, we can't do anything. So we use that life and then we attack. Actually that is my bad actually. So you play the taunt, you reduce your life total, ensuring that you don't hit the max, right? I don't know what's my max health right now. So, but this is a better way. Use all your health up, then gain the lifesteal to maximize your potential. Now, the next demon comes down. Can we get lethal this turn? This turn, we can play the Curator, correct? And see what... Ooh! Another Dracorex. How many Dracorexes in a single game? Ooh. And we can take the minion on our side. That really helps, right? It's out of board plays, even that matters, to be honest. Kind of threatens, right? I gain life. We're having some tempo on the board. We can keep our Dracorex safely. And then keep threatening lethal, right? Using all our mana every turn as well as we do it. Oh, now only he drew the Viper. My dear opponent. So, okay, it still has Hellfire. Okay. So, if he has a board, we can Dracorex it. So, not a problem. How many Dragons is this game, right? At least I would have played 2, correct? 1 already, and this is the second one. Or is it? I don't know. I've lost count. Lost track. Okay, do we have lethal, by the way? 4 plus 2, 6, 7. No, we don't have lethal. 4 plus 2, 6 plus 1, 7. 12. Yeah, 5 damage off. I don't see any way to get lethal. Unless... No. I don't think so. So I'm just thinking, so we can trade the Tower of Ghouls into the 5/4, right? And then reduce the Rage guy to a playable limit. Yeah, that's good, right? Playable cards. So more tempo, the better. Hero power, maybe we can play another Tower of Ghouls. Doesn't hurt, that's it. And then hold the remaining cards. You can't play, right? Dracorex is reactive. The other dragon is a no-no, because it will draw 2 cards to the opponent as well. So we will be giving our... powerful dragons to the opponent. So we can't do that. Conventional Surgery is there. It's a clutch card in case of he has some big minion or something you want to remove. Okay, the opponent is playing card. Okay, we got his Viper. How many dragons is getting? The 6 mana 6/7 dragons. Oh, that's so bad. That's a lot of bad luck for the opponent, honestly. But we were also having a bad luck, right? They took our Onyxia. I don't know. They were having more of a bad luck than us, but a fun showcase nonetheless. So, if you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. And if you want to watch more Violet Gold videos, they are here for you.